Hello everyone, and good afternoon. Good evening to those of you over across the pond from where I'm broadcasting from here in Western Canada. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day, or has had a fantastic day, and is enjoying their evenings here now, hopefully snuggled in with their loved ones, getting ready to watch a fantastic race here today. We are here with the GTRC Manufacturer Series Group 4 class, ladies and gentlemen. We're in round 11, and we're at Monza. We've gone from Japan to Italy here, and at the beautiful track of Monza. So we should expect to see some good racing here. Nice, fast racetrack. And again, this is our Manufacturer Series, so it's Group 4 class. There are some forbidden cars in the series. The front-wheel drive cars were forbidden, and of course a couple other cars are forbidden as well, just due to the fact that their performance is just too unbalanced, even under a balanced performance situation. We see Doug with a different livery here today as well too. So these guys are just in warm-up right now. The race is going to start in about 5 minutes here. We'll be starting up qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We're a little bit of a small field here at Monza, as some of the drivers just unable to make the race here today. So it's going to be an interesting race. It should shake up the standings a little bit. And we don't have our co-commentator with us currently, but I suspect he will pop in at some point throughout the broadcast here today. And if not, that's cool. It's all good in the hood. So welcome everybody on the GTRC YouTube, and welcome everybody on GT45 Gaming's Facebook and YouTube channel as well. Little different look for Facebook. We typically don't put this one on Facebook just due to the way that our schedule was set up before, but no, it's a little bit of a different look, ladies and gentlemen. So we're seeing some pretty good times. We're seeing some sub 2-minute times here from the drivers at Monza today. I was on track a little bit earlier with the guys, just doing some Mach 5 lap sprint races, and unfortunately my favorite car in the whole wide world just can't keep up with these cars anymore, but it was a good fun little race. I like Monza, it's a great course. So what car to really expect to do well here, from what I could tell, is the Corvettes are really strong here. Of course the Toyota looks strong here. BMW is looking quite good. I mean, really it's going to come down to driver skill for the most part here. Again, balanced performance is on, ladies and gentlemen. The drivers are required to run only medium tires throughout the race. Of course, they are allowed to change that set of tires, and the fuel and tire wear is at 3 times and 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. So the 40-minute race, essentially, with the tire wear and the fuel multiplier, turns this into essentially a 3-hour race. So we're at 2-minute laps here on a 50-minute endurance race. We should see about 26, maybe 27 laps race here tonight. But again, if you factor in the multipliers, it's like these guys are running about 75 laps here today at Monza, even though we're only going to be running about 26 or 27. But that's kind of how the algorithm is based off of here in Gran Turismo Sport, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are we're unaware what these multipliers mean as far as fuel consumption and tire wear goes. So instead of having the drivers run a 3-hour race or a 75 lap race, we just jack up the tire and fuel consumption a little bit, and essentially you're still doing that race just in a shorter amount of time. So of course 3 times tire wear and fuel multiplier is going to be fairly tough on the tires and fairly tough on the fuel, so there will be a pit stop throughout the race, if not 2. And the series has just been a fantastic series so far. Currently with Bufu Shidara has just been dominating so far this season. He's won every single race but one that he has been involved in here this season. He did miss one race due to leg surgery he was having, and then he was back the next week after having a surgery and just dominating again. The only race he hasn't won this season that he's been in was the rain race at Red Bull Ring, where Supra took first place from Boo there with a pretty dominant performance in that 4-wheel drive Lamborghini. So that is Boo's only scar so far here in the series, and looking very, very comfortable up there at the top of the championship standings, as we're down to 4 races left of the season here. So this is essentially the chase for the championship title, not only for the individual drivers, but also for the manufacturers as well, ladies and gentlemen. So the drivers are earning points for themselves as individual standings, but they're also driving for a manufacturer. So each manufacturer has 2 drivers, and those two drivers are working as a collective group to earn points for the manufacturer and the car that they're driving, but they're also racing for individual points. So it plays a lot of interesting factors into the series, because do these guys work together as teammates even though they're still racing themselves on an individual basis for points in a championship. So at this point in the series, you know, it kind of comes down to each individual team at that point to see if they're going to make that push or not. Chris Reeves coming in. How you doing, brother? Coming in with that like and that share over on Facebook. How we doing today, Mr. Gray? We're good, my guy. How are you doing today, Mr. Reeves? Here to bring you a little juicy action from the GTRC, Gran Turismo racing community, ladies and gentlemen. We've been commentating for this group all season long. It's been a very lengthy season. There's 14 races in their season, so we're on round 11. We're almost near the end of the season here. Still a tight battle for as far as manufacturers points goes. Still a good battle for the top 2 and 3 positions in the podium, but looking like our top spot here in the individual standings is going to be secured by Boo Fujidara, and we'll see why here, I'm sure, today again in the races. He has been the man to beat here in this series, so qualifier is starting, and looking like Hair Razor's going to take us out to start. So Hair Razor here today for Team Ferrari. He is missing his teammate Bar 27, the other Ferrari driver here today. So he's the sole driver for Ferraris. We see Doug now coming out ahead of Hair Razor here. So he wants to lead the pack out in qualifying in that BMW. New livery here from Doug. So we'll definitely make sure we get a great shot of that at some point throughout the race here tonight. And then we have 750 Team Lamborghini. We've got Troll and Colby with Team Toyota. Ibra with Team Corvette. There it is. And then we have Type R and, Boo in Team Toyota. They keep switching the... You know what, we're just going to let me get past the timer here. And then we'll get through this properly. Type R with Team Aston. His teammate Happy Pappy in the race today. So we got 2 drivers for Aston Martin here. 750 for Team Lamborghini. So we have both Lamborghini competitors as well. So we do have full Toyota, Lamborghini, and Aston Martin team here today. The rest of the manufacturer teams are missing one or both of their drivers here today. So again, that's going to shake up the standings on the manufacturer side of things, depending on where these drivers place here today. So just chilling. Me too, brother. I hear you. We had a pretty rough week at work during the week. We crashed pretty hard yesterday and had a good sleep and feeling a little bit better today. So gonna put out a nice broadcast for everybody out there today, starting with some comms, as course as always here on Saturdays. So, and then we'll run the stream for the rest of the day, and then I won't be live again until Monday, as I have stuff that I need to do tomorrow. So. And we have a little bit of a grouping of cars here in qualifying. Now that could either work to their advantage or slow them down, depending on, I guess, how cooperative that these guys are going to be going through the next couple sets of corners. We are coming up to the turn 1 chicane here. So we have Doug leading us off on our official laps that count now for time here. We are 10 minutes of qualifying as well, ladies and gentlemen, here today at Monza. So the drivers should get 4 solid hot laps in towards their qualifying, but of course tire wear and fuel consumption is a factor here today as well. So And you can see Boo is just gaining time on Doug there. But again, the slipstream helping Doug with a 1 second penalty, so that's not going to help his case any. That'll be a toasted hot lap for Doug, unfortunately. Now he's going to have to let the rest of the... Oh, he's going to slip in between here. He has room. Let the rest of the pack go by, I was going to say, but he is have room to tuck back in there, not bottle up anybody's qualifiers, so great to see it. We got Hair Razor behind these guys in third, but we're going to stick with Boo as he's leading the pack here and see where he comes across. I bet pole. Boo Fushidara has just been on an absolute another level. Vic coming in with that thumbs up as well. How you doing, Vic? Appreciate what you do out here, Timmy. Cheers to another quality broadcast that you're bringing us. Al, thanks, my man. But you know what? It all comes down to you guys, viewers. Appreciate every little bit of support every day, and I can't do it without you guys. So, I mean, you guys are really, truly the legends and the heroes here. I'm just a guy with a computer and the means to bring it to you live. So Doug must have some damage maybe, or he's just going to get some fresh rubber. So we got Boo coming across the line in first, and we got Ibra coming across. He is in second. Hair Razor's going to stay in third. We got Happy coming across in fourth, and teammate Type R in fifth. Drone comes across in sixth. 750's coming across now. He's going to stay in seventh, and of course Doug's going to stay in eighth. So Doug's going to get about 1 or 2 chances at a genuine hot lap here today at Monza, so Doug really needs to dial it in and just give himself a little bit of space and just put down a lap. So Boo with a 157.644 very early on in qualifying here. That's an absolutely quick lap for these Group 4 cars. Getting a little bit into the dirt there, but managing to keep the car under control there. May or may not hurt this lap time a little bit there. We see Hair Razor just behind Boo there in third place. Ibra in second. Now, when I was on track running laps with these guys, Ibra was looking very, very quick again today. So he is going to be one of these drivers to watch out for here today for sure. As the race progresses, he's been very solid. Ooh, we see Trone getting all kinds out of shape there and behind Happy Pappy here. So that's going to be an unfortunate lap for Trone Kobe here now. So that's just going to be a washed lap. And just get it dialed in and get ready for his next lap around the racetrack here. We got 750 and 7th. Doug just behind him there in 8th. So we do suspect we're going to see Doug move up next lap, of course, because he's on an out lap here, so that lap's not going to count for anything. So coming back across with Boo Fushidara here as we're coming around the long sweeping final corner here at Monza. Coming up the start-finish line. And then, well, we all know what happens after that. A long, long run down the straightaway into a really hard braking corner with a chicane. And, well, Monza's very, very infamous for their chicane. So we got Boo in second. Hair Razor taking pole from Boo Fushidara with a 157.54, and that's no slipstream. So, fantastic job there by Hair Razor. Ibra coming across, is holding his position in third, but 750 now coming across. Taking third place from Ibra there as well. Great run by 750 there. So we got Type R in 5th, we got Happy in 6th, we've got Trone coming in 7th, and where's Doug at? So Doug's now on his, what will be his first hot lap of the qualifying session here today. So let's see what Doug has as we're coming around Monza here as well. So Hair Razor sitting on provisional pole here currently. There's still 3 minutes remaining, so these drivers will all get at least one more, or we'll get one more lap after this one here in qualifying today. It's been a really great series so far. These guys always seem to put on a really great race. They can provide us really great battles, it seems like all race long. And if it's anything like it has been all series long, we're going to see a really early battle for first, second, and third place, and then we're going to see some really good mid-pack battles develop throughout the race as well. We're a little short in the field here today, as you only see we have 8 drivers on the field today, so you know, real life's kicking in and everybody's you know, getting back to normalcy. And of course, with that being said, people are going on holidays and people are working now and their schedules change, and unfortunately that means sometimes they can't race. So I'm Pulling for Team Chevy here today at Monza. That Corvette really flexed its muscles here in the long straights, and she's light enough on her toes to handle those chicanes. So hopefully the Lonely Vet has a good outing today. Alright, so Chris Reeves up in the chat cheering here for Ibra, Team Corvette today. Love to see that, ladies and gentlemen. And again, he was looking very, very good earlier in practice today when I was on track with the guys. So definitely going to be one of the drivers to look out for here. He's very safe and calculated driver, Ibra, so if he can stick with that front pack throughout this race, he most certainly has a shot to win. So we got Doug coming across here, and Doug goes into third place on his first official hot lap there, so I knew that Doug would move up the field, as Doug is battling for top 3 in the standings here currently in the championship as well. And we will bring those standings up for you guys at some point here throughout the guys and gals, pardon me, throughout the broadcast here. So typically we'll do that around pit stops, first set of pit stops. We have 750 there in 4th. Ibra now falling down into 5th place there. We definitely know he's got more in that Corvette. We see Team Aston really working well together here. They were doing a lot of that in practice as well. I noticed today they were working quite well together, bum drafting and pushing each other up and down the racetrack. And it was, let me tell you, it was tough battling Team Aston Martin while I was practicing with them, because I was behind those two guys, and with them two guys working together, it was really hard to even attempt to try and get a move done on those two Aston Martins. So it does work, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it's a work smarter, not harder type situation, and when you got teammates involved, that definitely can be the case here in racing, especially at a track like Monza, where bum drafting can really pay dividends. So let's stay with Hair Razor here as he's coming across in P1 here. So looking like Boo might have made a mistake there, as Boo was ahead of Hair Razor in the on the racetrack as far as qualifying goes. So Hair Razor's looking very solid here in that Ferrari, and Hair Razor has looked very good all year long as well in Team Ferrari. So I wouldn't count Hair Razor out of this race by any means, and if any of the drivers do have a shot at beating Boo Fushidara, it is going to be Hair Razor. And we see him coming across with yet another fast lap with a he had a penalty, I think. So we have Hair Razor in P1, we've got Boo in P2, we've got Doug sitting here with a penalty, so that lap's going to be washed. So he was sitting with a P3 currently. We've got 750 here sitting in 4th. He's just coming around that long corner coming into the start-finish line here. He's going into pit lane. Alright, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hair Razor, Boo Fushidara, Doug, 750, Ibra. I believe it was Type R, Happy Pappy, Trone, and I think that's it. We only got 8 drivers tonight, so we are lined up here, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to start this race. So Doug 750, Ibra in 5th, Type R in 6th, Happy in 7th, and Trone in 8th place. So 50-minute endurance here at Monza today. Good luck to the boys. Hey. So we're just waiting on those lights. We got one red. We are green, ladies and gentlemen. We're green, and we're going. And Hair Razor getting a really great start there. You see him get a great launch off the line. And Doug just behind there on P3 getting a great start as well. So he is going to be side by side with 750 going into the chicane here for 2nd place. So let's jump in with our 2nd place drivers. These guys might be looking like to go 3 wide here. No, 750 does give the space to Doug to let him get through safely. So great job by 750. Boo's in 4th, Ibra's in 5th, Happy's in 6th, Trone's in 7th, and Type R didn't get the greatest start there, as we've seen, falling all the way to the back of the field here in 8th place. But cars are all in a line, so they're all going to be in each other's draft here, so we should see these guys tighten right up. We see 750 in 3rd place here with a 1-second penalty very early on going through that first chicane. Doug's going to make a move on Hair Razor coming into the 2nd chicane here, so great job by Doug. Little bit sideways there. Hair Razor's going to get a good run here, but in Monza there are some spots where you just try not to pass, and then there's the ideal spots, and where Doug just made that move, there was one of those ideal spots to try and get a move done here on Monza. And he did it quite cleanly there as well. And of course, respect by Hair Razor just to give the position up and not really battle for it. So we are coming through Ascari here. Doug leading the way, coming up to the first part of Ascari. And Ascari's pretty tricky little corner here, especially when you got a lineup of cars all coming into it at the same time. So let's see how these guys handle Ascari for the first time here around Monza today. And Doug just absolutely putting on a show on how to get through Ascari here, and really just zoned it in. The Ferrari and that Lamborghini just behind there also. So penalty burn zone, ladies and gentlemen, will be as soon as they come around the final corner going into the start-finish line. 750 will have to pull over to the right-hand side up against the pit wall where it is green there, and he will have to burn the rest of that penalty off right there. Of course, if he doesn't lose it here in the braking zone, but he is up 2.2 seconds. So let's stick with, as we already see him setting up for the burn here. You can see him pulling right over here. Ooh, he might get a penalty for crossing that line. So great job by 750 there, getting that burnout off in the burn zone there. So that was exactly textbook of where to burn the penalties off here today at Monza. So great job by 750 there, as you see him dropping a couple of spots back down to 5th place there. So we still have Doug in 1st place, and Harris are very, very close behind in 2nd. We got Bufu Shidara, who might look like he's just a little bit behind. He ain't behind, he's just chilling there. Give him another 6-7 laps and he's going to start pushing for that lead, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call it now. By lap 8, he's going to be, or by lap 6, 7, yeah, by lap 7, 8, he's going to be on top of these guys, maybe thinking about making a move. So we do see 750 battling pretty hard with Ibra here. Ibra's managing to hold 750 off, so again, a great battle here in the mid-pack, as 1 and 2 are trying to pull away from the rest of the field here. Boo's kind of in no man's land, and then we have this battle for 4th and 5th here between Corvette and Lamborghini, and Ibra doing a fantastic job in that Corvette to hold the lines here and not let 750 through. But we do know that Lamborghini has some pretty incredible straight line speed, so this is going to be one of the spots for 750 to potentially make a move, but it actually looks like he's pushing Ibra down the racetrack there. And Ibra is going to go defensive here coming into Ascari. He's going to hold that inside line. 750 is not going to back out. They're going to go 2x2. He's got him on the inside of the next corner, and we just see Ibra back off there, thinking, you know what, nah, we're not doing this 2x2. I'm just going to back out and get through here safely, and we'll just catch you in the next lap. So great job by Ibra to read a situation there, make the call, backs out of that, and both drivers getting through safe and sound. So from start to finish, it's only a 7-second gap here. So we see Doug now with a 0.3 second penalty. He's going to have to burn this penalty off, as Harris is now going to get the lead back from Doug, and Doug's most certainly going to lose that from Boo here as well. So really unfortunate for Doug there, as he's going to lose 1st and 2nd place, burning off that penalty there. And we see Boo just going around before the chicane here into the braking zone. So Doug almost kept P2 there from Boo Fushidara. But Boo's looking like he's going to make his move a little earlier than I anticipated here. And of course, there is a race situation of, whoa, we see Tron going really, really wide there. Looked like he went a little deep into the chicane there. So let's take another look at that, as it almost looks like he just went a little late on the brakes. He's in the slipstream here. He's going to make the move on Type R. He's got a lot of overspeed, and that's exactly what happens there. He does actually tap Happy Pappy a little bit there, as he just didn't account for the overspeed being in the slipstream and just totally overshot the braking point going into the chicane there. So thankfully all drivers involved are okay there, and no serious harm or foul there. Happy managed to hold the car, does lose the position to teammate Type R there, but all cars safe and sound getting through the chicane there. And sometimes drivers tend to forget that when you're in the slipstream, you're going to pick up, maybe 6-7 miles an hour more than you used to into that braking zone. You need to start braking about 10-15 meters sooner than you typically would, just to account for the overspeed from the slipstream, of course. So just a miscalculation on Tyrone Kobe's part. No harm, no foul there. It happens in racing, ladies and gentlemen, and it is what it is. So we do have Happy Pappy and Type R. Again, nose to tail here at Monza, and Tron is just on the back end of this. So going to try it again here on these Aston Martins, and hopefully he just plays it safe and takes into account that slipstream there. And it is very difficult to drive behind other cars, especially when you're coming into corners with overspeed, ladies and gentlemen. Judging that corner and trying to still stay with those cars on exit is very difficult. It's a very, it's an acquired skill. It takes time, it takes practice. And even the best of us still tap into the guy in front of us from time to time just because you just miscalculated by a couple meters. And we see it all the time in racing, and it's just the way it goes. So we have this side-by-side battle from teammates here. And then we got Trones just sitting on the back end of this, waiting for a mistake by one of the two drivers here to pounce and gain a position. So see how this goes through the chicane here. Great job by Team Aston, 2x2 through the first chicane. That was fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take another look at that as teammates showing how you do it going through that first chicane here at Monza today, side by side. Happy and Pappy. Type R eats a lot of that curb, just taps Happy a little bit, but no harm, no foul. Happy gives some teammate lots of room on the outside of the next chicane, and both these drivers take off pretty much on the same speed on exit there. Happy tucks back in behind, and Trone actually losing a little bit of time on the back end of those two Aston Martins. So that's a really great job and a really great example of how you take the chicane 2x2, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit of contact there, but for what they did there, a little bit of contact, not too shabby at all. Great job by the two drivers there. As a driver, the spread difference of slipstream is quite quicker than what you'd normally run in practice, and it's not hard to miss that brake zone by just a bit. Will definitely make a difference. Absolutely. It is a very good battle in the top three. It always is with these guys. Same names we typically see up front here. We see Herrazor, we see Doug, we see Boo Fushidora, we see Ibra just in the background of these guys. We see 750s now starting to gain on this pack for the top three here as well. So this is very quickly becoming a four-way battle for podium here, as we see Boo's going really, really wide around this final corner, but that's going to give him some pretty good exit speed on that Ferrari in front of him here, and you can see him gaining definitely in the slipstream of Herrazor here with 42 minutes. We're only 8 minutes into this race, ladies and gentlemen, and already these guys are showing some great battles and some great patience here on track. So Herrazor now has the option: do I defend or do I just take the racing line? Boo's in no hurry to make the move here. He's just going to sit behind Herrazor here. These two have spent all season long racing against each other, so they're very comfortable with each other. And Herrazor making a mistake, so Boo is... Oh, I thought Boo was going to capitalize there. He did take a look down the inside, but opted to just sit behind Herrazor. So now, the big question is Boo using Herrazor just to try and pull away from Doug behind, and also save a little bit of fuel and tires in the process? We've seen Boo do this all season long. He's very content and very happy to sit behind very early in the race the drivers in front of him and just save a little extra fuel, keep those tires in better shape, and then by the end of the race he's ahead by 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. So we'll see if that is the case here again today at Monza. It's shaping up to be a textbook Boo Fushidara strategy here. So car's looking fantastic there as well. Moving back into third here as we see 750's trying to do everything he can here to get caught into the slipstream of this little train we got at podium here. And you can see Doug is just out of slipstream range there. He's just trying to get into it. So there's only a 1.2 second gap from first to third. And when we go first to fourth, we're just at 2.2 seconds. So Lamborghini is a little tougher on fuel and tires, however. So 750 having a little bit more work to do to get into the draft. Once he gets into that slipstream and gets tucked in behind Doug there, he can definitely work on saving some fuel in that Lamborghini, which is definitely going to help him coming into... Whoa, Happy Pappy getting all kinds of discombobulated coming out of his Scari there. He just caught a little bit of that curb on the power and got very fortunate not to lose the car there, losing a little bit of time. We see Trone with a 0.1 second penalty remaining there as well. So the drivers doing a fantastic job here so far at Monza. We're seeing a little bit of penalty trouble from some of the drivers here. So we got Madam Mel coming in with that like and that share as well, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. So Boo does not opt to make a move again here going into the first chicane, but now we see Doug is closed up. Let's jump on board with Doug here as he's chasing down P1 and P2. And they actually got a really good exit coming through that first chicane. And you can hear Doug is really, really short shifting this car here at Monza today, trying to save fuel. He is super short shifting the car, as you guys can hear. Hopefully you can hear it. And doing a really great job just to stick with these guys here. Again, Doug also being very patient here. He's not trying to force the issue. He's just trying to get into the slipstream and stay with this pack. So looking pretty good. Let's jump on board with Boo here as he's trying to chase down Hair Razor in first place. Nala. Hello, says Nala. How you doing, Nala? Glad to have you. Glad to see everybody in today. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. We're just monitoring. We've got quite a few channels we got to monitor here today, as we are streaming this on the GTRC YouTube as well, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got 2 YouTube channels and a Facebook channel running here today for the broadcast. So we're just monitoring everything, making sure everything's holding up everywhere. Everything's looking pretty good. So this is a really great shot, but this is what it looks like behind Boo Fushidara, as we see Doug now maybe thinking about making a move here. So Doug on the inside of Boo, a little bit of door rub in there. So a little bit of paint transfer between the 2 drivers, but I mean, that is a very, very high-speed corner. Those 2 drivers were trying to hold it side by side along. They did a fantastic job. Neither driver losing any time there, and it's a drag race now behind Hair Razor coming up to this first chicane. So this should be interesting. Is Doug? No, Doug is just going to sit back and just let everybody settle through the chicane here. So far the drivers have been showing extremely good patience. A little bit of contact there from Doug with Boo, as Boo didn't quite get through the corner, I think maybe as quickly as Doug was expecting, if I had to guess. He went to turn in and Boo was still there, but that gave 750 now a great opportunity to get back on this lead pack here. So now it is a 4-way battle for first place here at Monza, and that's beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we want to see here at Monza. We want to see a great battle for the lead here all race long. So interesting to see how pit strategy now is going to play in here, as we see Boo's getting a little bit of sideways there coming out of that second chicane. That's going to give Doug a chance to try and make a move, but Boo going defensive here. He's going to hold that inside line, and I believe coming into the first Lesmo here, Boo's just going to hold that off. But now we see 750 taking a look inside on Doug as well. So these guys are side by side now coming in, I believe, to the second Lesmo here. And that's going to be, no, we're on the straightaway run now to Ascari. Pardon me, I'm a little behind on my racetrack here. So we are on the run to Ascari here, and all these drivers now head to toe. We see 750 making a move on Doug there. So 750 now is sitting in 3rd place for Team Lamborghini, and Doug chasing in 4th place just off that podium currently. So fantastic stuff by this lead pack. And then we move back into our backpack here, and we've got a nice little battle going here in the mid pack as well, with Type R and Happy Pappy still nose to tail driving around Monza here today. And we see Ibra now in 7th place. So I'm not sure what's going on with our Corvette driver here today. He must have maybe had some penalty trouble or had an incident. He's fallen himself behind here a little bit. And then we have Trone just in the back and these guys here. So we've got 2 packs and 2 great battles here developing at Monza. Hair Razor has gotten a really good exit coming out of the final corner. Potentially the guy's battling a little bit behind him, so he has gotten a little bit of a gap now from Boo. He's got a 1.1 second gap coming out of that chicane. So Hair Razor is very, very happy to see some battling behind him, and this is what it looks like here behind Hair Razor currently now. Much different story than it was at this point in the last lap, as we see a battle developing for P2, P3, and P4 here, and this is a 3-way battle we got going here. So right now 750 looking to make a move on Boo for 2nd place coming into the second chicane, but Boo going really late on the brakes and defended that really, really well, as a matter of fact. And that was a really great job by all 3 of these drivers as we're going into I can't remember what that corner is called. I believe that's Lesmo 1, and this one's Lesmo 2. They're coming around here right now. And then the straightaway up to Ascari here. So Boo managing to hold 750 off for 2nd place there. But 750 and Doug are putting all kinds of pressure on Boo Fushidara here today. And Boo having to find himself in a defending instead of just sitting behind first place and saving tires and fuel. Now he's got to use that fuel and that tires he just saved to battle these guys, not to lose another position here on track. And you can see he really cooked through Ascari there. He went full send through Ascari there, not to give up position on these 2 drivers. But 750's in that slip, and we know that Lamborghini is quick in a straight line. So we have to see what happens here. He is going to go inside of Boo here, coming around this long sweeping right-hander. Is he going to get it done? Boo Fushidara is a very fantastic driver here in Team Toyota today, and Boo just tucks back in behind the 750 and goes, okay, you know what, I'm not going to sit here and battle with you too hard. We're losing time to the leader. Have it. I'm just going to start pushing you around here then. So Boo immediately just tucks in behind 750 and starts pushing him down the racetrack. Now he's got to make a decision. Does he defend against Doug, who's currently sitting in 4th place, trying to catch Boo now? And he does go inside. Oh, is he going to get this as a twofer? Ooh, that looked like a really great move by Doug there. Let's take another look at that, but we're just going to wait as the drivers are coming through here. And 750's trying to respond here on the inside coming into the second chicane. So this is a really, really fantastic battle here for podium up front here at Monza, as we're just about 20 minutes into this race now, ladies and gentlemen, and these guys are having a fantastic battle. This has been just absolutely fun to watch up front here. And 750 does respond on Doug coming into chicane number 2, so now 750 is up into P2, Doug is into P3, and Boo, our current championship leader, is down into P4 here. So let's go take another look at that move into the first chicane here by Doug. So he's behind these guys, and he's like, what do I want to do here? And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try and get them both. So he goes inside. Boo tries to defend a little too late on the defense there. Has to tuck back in behind 750. And Doug went a little bit deep there, but did a really good job to manage the next part of the chicane and get ahead there. So really great job by Doug to get second there temporarily. But as we've seen, 750 taking that away from him, and he is now up the road saying, see you guys later. I am trying to get out of here and trying to catch Air Razor up front. That was a 2.5 second gap on this pack here. Now we got Doug and Boo battling for P3 here. Wow, what a battle we've got going on between these 4 drivers here today. And Boo's looking for the cutback. Is he going to get the cutback move done in this long sweeper? These guys are going to be side by side coming down the start-finish line. Is it going to be BMW or is it going to be Toyota Power? It looks like BMW Power is going to win that drag race, as we see Boo just tucks back in behind Doug. What a great battle by these drivers today. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We love to see it. And boy, oh boy, these guys are keeping me on my toes today as they're 2x2 coming through the chicane. And here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. And Doug's still on that rear quarter panel, just can't hold it. Boo gets a really great line through that chicane on the outside there of the second part and gets ahead of Doug. So now Boo up into P3 and Doug back into P4. And these drivers are just not having it today. There is no working together here today. These drivers are 100% battling for points today, and it is fantastic as we have such a small field of drivers today. But boy, these guys are making up for it with the action-packed racing for podium here at Monza today. This is great stuff. I haven't even been able to bring you up my burn zone to show you guys. And now we have Ibra all the way up into 5th place here as well in that Corvette. So whatever issue Ibra had, he has dialed it back in. He has got it sorted out. We actually see him on a purple sector here right now as they're coming through chicane number 2. So Happy Pappy is all up in his business here on the back end of this Corvette though. So let's jump on board with Happy. Buttons aren't working. There we go. And see what he sees here. Chase cam. Let's do some chase cam action here as we're looking for something from Happy Pappy, maybe on Ibra coming up into the Scary here. So we got our beautiful drone flown by our cameraman here on track. And man, I gotta tell you, this cameraman has some skill as he's able to keep a perfect distance from this car. Just above it to get this great camera angle here for us today. So some beautiful drone work by our camera crew here at Monza today. And it looks like Happy Pappy's just kind of taking it easy. His tires are looking really, really fantastic here. And just happy to stay in that slipstream and let Ibra pull him along the racetrack here. So moving back to his teammate Type R, he's lost a little bit of time here now on Happy Pappy. So Happy Pappy's been away for a few races, but looking very sharp here today. And Troen is trying to close that gap on Type R. And he gets a really great entry into the final corner here. And actually had to lay off there as he almost tapped Type R. So he should have a really, really great run coming up the final straight here. And potentially we're going to see a move from Troen on that Aston Martin here coming into this first chicane. So let's just keep our eyes on this. We're going to get back to that lead pack, guys. We've been hanging out with those guys so much here. We got to see what's going on back in the back half of our pack here. And these guys are absolutely battling here as well. We see position swapping every time we come back this way, and really great chicane there by Tro and Colby. Just a little late on the accelerator. He easily can be getting on that accelerator another second and a half sooner on that line. He just came through in that chicane there, and that would have put him right on the back end of Type R there. But I'm not the one racing, so who am I to say anything? We got Hair Razor here in first place, currently our race leader. That Lambo is out for blood. He has the taste in his mouth and is on the hunt. Absolutely, Chris, absolutely. What a fantastic job by all our drivers here today. And, whew, man alive, these guys are flying. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are raising money for Macmillan Cancer Support here at GT45 Gaming on the Facebook page as well. And if you're able to help, there's a little pink button down below beside where you comment on the Facebook stream there. You push on that button and it takes you to a link where you can donate to Macmillan Cancer Support. If you got a penny, $1, $10 you can spare, and help this absolutely beautiful and wonderful organization that helps families in need fighting through their cancer needs, whether it be diagnosis, treatment, or recovery. You know, just absolutely great for organization over there in the United Kingdom. And let's just keep that number growing, ladies and gentlemen. We're about $130 American here so far this year with Macmillan Cancer Support, and I'd really like to see that number really start to jump up. So if you have it in your hearts and you have it in your bank accounts, ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate some support from Macmillan Cancer Support over on the GT45 Gaming Facebook. And you're absolute angels and legends, and we love you for it, and we appreciate you for it. And you're doing some real good for some family in need with Macmillan Cancer Support. Every donation you send, ladies and gentlemen, full 100% non-profit organization as well, and it's money very, very well spent. So we do have Hair Razor in the lead, 750 still in second place in that Lamborghini, but now Boo has started to close up that gap on 750, and with Doug in fourth place just behind. So maybe Doug and Boo have been working together slightly here a little bit to close back up on 750 in that Lamborghini here. And right now, with the gap that Hair Razor has on these guys, really all three of these guys just need to tuck in nose to tail and really get that train moving to catch up to our leader here, as he is slowly starting to pull away from this pack. So if these guys want any shot at that race win right now, the way the race is standing, they need to quit battling. They do need to work together. So we'll see how it happens there. As we now see Happy Pappy has gotten into fifth place. Let's see if we can catch that move. No, we missed it, unfortunately. It was quite a ways before the first chicane there. So Happy Pappy's now up into P5, and he's having a fantastic race here today, ladies and gentlemen. Ibra here in sixth place. Teammate Type R of Happy Pappy, Gas Monkey Garage, livery up on these Aston Martins look fantastic as well. And then Trollin just in the back of the pack in eighth, not looking like his usual racy self here today. Just not sure if he hasn't had time to practice or if he just doesn't like the track. But Trollin seems a little bit off his usual pace here today. And we do have a donation coming in for Macmillan Cancer Support, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Reeves coming in with the $5 donation to Macmillan Cancer Support. Absolute legend, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Let's get hashtag Chris up in the chats, ladies and gentlemen. For real, it's so much love, Chris. Massive appreciation, man. It means a lot to me, to Paige, to the community, and I know it means so much to some family that's going to put that money to very good use. Absolute legends, everybody is. Absolute legends, ladies and gentlemen. You, the viewers, are what makes all this possible day in and day out, and I assure you that Macmillan Cancer Support appreciates every single penny that comes in from all of you amazing viewers throughout the year for these broadcasts, and I just can't wait till we can do something really big here as well this year for them. So GT45 Gaming is planning a massive fundraising effort for Macmillan Cancer Support at some point throughout the year here. So of course we'll keep you guys updated on that as that progresses. So we have seen Trollin make the first stop of the race here at exactly the midway point, and he has absolutely filled that tank up. He nice fresh set of tires, and he is on the charge. So Trollin looking for a little bit of an undercut situation here. As you can see, he's quite a ways behind that lead pack. And now we have our leader, Hair Razor, with a penalty here. So that's going to allow this little train that we've got behind him here to potentially gain some really important distance. And we see Doug here in fourth. Must have made a mistake somewhere. He's now carrying a half-second penalty and a 5-second gap from second and third place there. So not hard to pick up a penalty here at Monza. You just get into a corner a little too quick and you blow through the track limits, and that's all it takes. So Hairraiser has actually managed to burn that penalty off before entering pit lane here. So we do see our leader coming in. Hey, this is really dope. We have never ever caught an actual full pit lane entry here on Gran Turismo Sport, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real deal here. What is going on here? Wow, that was pretty trippy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we have got a serious glitch going on in pit lane here. So here we got 750 in pit lane here. I'm not sure what all that was about. That was pretty crazy. Never seen that before. So 750 coming out of pit lane here. We got Ibra and wow, yeah, we're suffering from a pretty good pit glitch there. I'm not sure what's going on, but we have Bufu Shidara currently in the lead. No worries, buddy. Nothing but love for McMillan. Definitely a charity I stand behind. Much love, Chris. Much love. Appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts here at GT45 Gaming. It means a lot. Ooh, we see a driver. Oh, we see two drivers dropped out. What is going on? Are we losing our lobby here, ladies and gentlemen? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I think I got a spectator glitch. I'm gonna bounce out. We're gonna bounce back in. Oh yeah, we got massive glitch here. Massive glitch, massive glitch. I do believe that all 8 drivers are... Oh boy. No, we're losing drivers. Alright, so there's an issue here with the lobby. I'm waiting on to see what the ruling's gonna be here. Yeah, we're definitely seeing an issue, Doug, for sure. Well, this is different, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, so we're going to have to wait for the ruling here, as this is a first. So, interesting. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to find out what's the deal here. Want to try GT7? Oh, Trone, you're a funny guy. Alright, so we're just finding out what they're going to do here. We were exactly, with 23 minutes left in the race, so... just going to wait for the call from race officials here at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Nolander coming in. Howdy, y'all. Hope everyone is having a blessed day. Absolutely, my guy. Absolutely. You too, my man. I hope your day is blessed as well. Nolander Gaming coming in with that thumbs up as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, we just had a lobby issue happen here. And we're just waiting on the call from race official here. So, it looks like they are going to run the last half of the race here, so... well, the upside is that's going to bunch the pack back up for the last half of the race. So essentially, ladies and gentlemen, we're under yellow flag situations here. There we go. There we go. Look at this cool little thing. I forgot I even had this. Compliments of CC Sim Racing right there. Yeah, so we're on yellow flag situation here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back shortly. Love that. Love that. I forgot that was in there. Cool. So, yeah, just letting everybody ready back up. Some guys are probably resetting equipment and stuff like that. So, yeah. We're going to do a 25-minute run. Really, it should be based off of current race position. But I'm not sure how they're going to do... not sure how they're going to sort that out. Just waiting to see if they're going to pop into chat here and see if there's anything they need from me, so to speak. I mean, on their YouTube channel, that is. Alright, so as we can see, ladies and gentlemen, we've said it in other broadcasts that we commentate for as well. Ever since the release of Gran Turismo 7, there definitely has been some complications with our GT Sport servers, and they just do weird things unexpectedly, and this is just again one of those situations where it's just one of those weird glitches all of a sudden just showed its face here, and that's the unfortunate part of esports racing, ladies and gentlemen, is the E part of esports racing, the electronic part. We're at the mercy of the servers, we're at the mercy of the internet, so yeah, guys are back on track. We are going to do a 25-minute run here. And I believe that it's just going to be... I'm not sure how they're setting the grid, to be honest. A shootout style finish at Monza. Grab your refreshments, put on the fires, call in the dogs, because we're getting ready for a final battle with it all on the line. Absolutely, Chris. Man, you want to come into CoCom, brother? I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. It gives me a chance to have a shot of coffee, you know, chill out, show what the drivers are up to. It's a really good chance for the drivers to home in those corners they've been struggling with throughout the race, you know, make those final little adjustments. So, maybe our cameraman with the crazy drone hit something on track here that messed everything up. So you got to be careful with those drones, camera guys. You got to be careful with those drones. So I hope everybody's having a fantastic afternoon. I hope everybody's enjoying the race. These guys have been putting on a fantastic show here so far this afternoon. So I'm really glad to see that we're going to get a little bit more of this race in. Good call by the officials on race call there. So while we're waiting for that, let's set up some stuff. Paul Blossom tripped on the feed cable and satellite truck. LOL. Just kidding, buddy. Hope all is well. Tim, how are you, my friend? I'm good, my guy. How are you, Nolander? We're having a good day. We got a really, really good night's sleep last night. I literally got home from work last night. I ate supper. I was sitting on my couch like, okay, you know what, I should probably stream because I think I'm going to fall asleep, and then I fell asleep and woke up at like 10:15 this morning, so we got a really good solid like 13-hour sleep last night. I needed it, obviously. Mentally and physically I was just wiped out, so we're going to do the last night stream today, and we're going to put in a hell of a good stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put in a grinder, so... Alright, so we're going to kick off the last half of our race here at Monza. So we were a great call by our race officials here at Monza today to get the drivers all resituated and get everything set back up. And we're on a rolling start here, obviously not a grid start, just so that the positions can stay the way they were. Hey, Tap's in the house. How'd that happen? Alright, we got 9 guys now. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Driver coming in halfway through the race. That'll be a mess for the GTRC officiating staff to sort out. But we have acquired an extra driver here. So we are now with Tap in the field here as well. So Hellraiser will lead us off here today. In our restart, 25-minute lap. This is a 25-minute sprint now, ladies and gentlemen, so this will be a no-stop, basically, and it's a sprint to the finish for the win. So, Hellraiser in the lead. We have 750 just behind in second place, and we've got Boo and Doug, as they were, battling for third and fourth place. So, Boo does manage to come through the chicane in third, Doug following behind in fourth. We got Happy in fifth, with Ebert close in behind there in sixth. We've got Tron in seventh, with Type R in eighth. And Tap here in ninth place just behind these guys. So cool to see another driver on track. Now Tap is a regular driver here in the series, so glad to see him on track there. So Hellraiser gets off to a really great start here. He's only got 0.3 second gap on 750 here in second place. So 750 now in a position to apply some real pressure here to our race leader, Hellraiser. And then we got Boo just in third place here. Now, if anybody probably is at most disadvantaged from that lobby reset was Boo Fushidara. As you can see, he was going out for a couple extra laps yet before he had to pit. And we've seen him do that week in and week out. And that very potentially would have given him enough space to maintain race lead after he pit there. So he's going to have some work to do here in the second half of the restart of this race here today. A little bit of craziness, but hey, it happens. These guys did a fantastic job at setting everything up. And we got teammates with Aston Martin here side by side here coming into our final corner at Monza here. And this is a long sweeping right hand corner, fairly high speed corner as well. If you get it right, it's a fourth gear corner. And, woo, we see Tap getting all kinds out of shape there. And potentially made a little bit of contact with Type R. And we see Ibra in 8th, now 7th. So, let's go see what happened with Tap there. Mr. Paul, howdy, my friend. How are you, my guy? And I missed that because I was reading comments. My bad, guys. My bad. Alright, so great stuff there. I'm not sure what happened there because I missed it. Hopefully you guys saw what happened there. I'm dealing with the league that I just registered for here, or league-based information here with the league that I registered for here earlier today. So we are trying to squeeze into a GT7 league race here today. May or may not get in. May have to wait till 2 weeks from now to get our first one in with these guys, but that's all right. So I'm kind of handling that as I'm live. Just 1 second, guys, as I am watching what's going on here, kind of, sort of. Just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. So busy sometimes. Hey, it's Cody B. What is up, Cody B? Coming in with that thumbs up. Yo, yo. Yo, Cody, says Chris. Much love, much love. Love seeing everybody up in chat here, hanging out with us as we're broadcasting these amazing races that the GTRC puts on here. Group 4 Manufacturer Series. And with that being said, I guess we should probably get to our standings here. We have Doug battling Boo for third place here. These drivers have not given me a chance to get the juicy information to you guys here yet today, as they have been battling hard all race long. Even before the lobby situation, these guys are still at it. Now we see Boo losing third place to Doug there, but Boo's get a good run out of chicane as Doug went all kinds of squirrely. We got Ibra moving up into fifth place, getting around Type R and Happy Pappy. Sorry guys, I'm slightly distracted, it's my fault. Okay, we're back. And Happy Pappy here with Type R teammate just behind. These guys have been working really well together here today at Monza. And then we got Tap making that mistake, a little bit behind the pack here now, but Tap's a good driver, he might catch these guys up. So Hair Razor in the lead, 1.5 second gap. And then we have 750 here, who's now got a penalty, so that's massive implications for 750 here. He's got to get rid of that penalty before the burn zone if he can, through the braking zones, or he's going to lose positions to Doug and potentially Boo there. And then we've got this back paddle here with Ibra, Happy Pappy, Type R, and Trone Colby, and of course Tap just on the back end of these guys. He's gained a second already on these guys in just a short amount of time it took us to go through the field there. So I'm great, Cody. I'm great, brother. How are you doing tonight, my guy? So Hair Razor is just absolutely looking like he is, this is his racetrack today. And nothing better fitting than to have an Italian car maker on an Italian racetrack trying to bring home a win here. So I'm sure that Team Ferrari right now is ear-to-ear smiles with Hair Razor leading this race here with just under 19 minutes remaining. Tired, but still pushing. Amen, 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 Cody. Amen, brother. So we see Doug now getting around 750 after having to bleed that penalty. So Doug now moving up into P2. And we're going to try and get this information out to you guys here while we have a chance. So let's jump on board with our race leader. We'll give you an onboard lap here. Well, he still may for sure. Hair Razor may still have something for Hair Razor yet today. 750, I mean, so... And there's still lots of race left to go here, but we are going to bring up a couple of things real quick here, ladies and gentlemen. So our penalty burn zone here today at Monza, as you can see, is just at the start-finish line. So it comes around the corner, and then you see that part that's highlighted in red. That is the straight finish line at the start-finish line there. So they got to tuck up tight to the pit wall there, as you can see, burn the penalty off, and then safely move back into the racing line. And we're going to go through our standings here really quickly as well. So, as we can all see, ladies and gentlemen, Boo Fushidara in the lead with 180 points. Razor sitting in second with 145. And then we got Doug with 131, Tap with 107, Ibra with 90, 98, Super with 95, Trone with 88. And then it just drips a little bit from 7th down to the rest of the field. And manufacturers-wise, we're looking at Toyota with what looks to be 267 points, BMW 228, Ferrari with 223, Lamborghini with 156, Chevy with 136. No Lexus in the field today, so Aston Martin looking to gain some ground with 2 cars on track, sitting at 30 points. Aston Martin did come in halfway through the season as they were Renault before that, so making a car change, didn't like the Renaults, and into the Aston Martins midway through the season. I thought for you, yeah. All right, so we are all caught up on comments from what I can tell here. I love to see the community talking amongst itself like that. Absolutely great vibes in the community here today as we're doing our comms here for GTRC today. Hair Razor looking very solid here now with a 3.3 second gap on our second place driver, Doug, who has 750, and Boo Fushidara just behind them. So a little bit of points gain available here for Hair Razor and Doug. trying to catch Boo Fushidara. So right now what Hairraiser and Doug need out of 750 is to keep Boo in behind him. So we'll see how that plays out with 16 minutes remaining in our race here today. Happy in 6th, Type R in 7th. We've got Trone here in 8th carrying a penalty, so that's going to allow Tap to now get in behind him or pass him for position there. And again, I'm not sure how that's going to work for points for Tap here today. We'll have to let the league sort that one out, of course. So now we got 750 is pushing Doug down the racetrack here, trying to catch up to our leader, Hairraiser, and that is the smartest thing that 750 can do right now, because that's going to do two things for 750. It's going to save his tires and fuel just a little bit. It's also going to help them close up the gap on the leader, Hairraiser, and it should allow them to open a gap up on 4th place driver and our current championship leader, Boo Fushidara, sitting in 4th place in that Toyota 86. So Ibra is sitting here very solidly in 5th place as well, having another fantastic day. Type R is in 6th. We got Happy in 7th. Again, these guys have been just driving as a team all race long. It's fantastic to see it. Team Aston Martin has been racing as a team all day long. So these guys are definitely working on a little bit of a different strategy than some of the drivers on track. Here we got Tap now up in 8th place as we see Trone in 9th. Of course, they did suspect that Trone would lose that position to Tap there with the penalty. So Hairraiser here just coming through that second chicane in 1st place. That gap is starting to close from Doug and 750. It was 3.3, it's now 2.5. So 750 working together with Doug is starting to work, but 750's lost Doug a little bit here. So that's giving Boo a chance to now get caught back up with these guys as well. So very interesting race developing in the front here. And then we've got Ibra with about a 2.5 second gap on Type R. Teammate just behind in tow. Tap is about 1 second behind these guys, and Trone is just behind Tap, and he's carrying yet another penalty. So Trone having a little bit of issues here today with penalties. So really unfortunate to see, but it happens. Every racer has good days and bad days, just like all of us. And right now, Trone seems like he's just not having the best day of racing here today. As again, he's definitely a pacey driver. So just struggling here a little bit at Monza today. And 750 has really lost touch with 2nd place driver Doug here now, as Doug's trying to chase Hairraiser down in 1st place. So the gap's still at 2.5 seconds between 1st and 2nd, and the gap between 2nd and 3rd at 1.3, and then it is 3.5 seconds from Boo Fushidara, who must have made a mistake somewhere. He has damage. He is coming into pit. So where is Ibra in all of this? Ibra's just coming around that corner. He is going to have to bleed that penalty, so he's going to have a whole train of guys here now in tow to deal with coming into the 1st chicane. The penalty's bled. He's back up into the track. He's definitely gotten ahead of Boo, so really big moment there for Boo Fushidara, as he's clearly spun out somewhere on racetrack, and now in 9th place here at Monza with only 12.5 minutes remaining. So massive standing implications potentially here today, with Boo Fushidara dropping to the back of the pack very late in the race here today. Hairraiser and Doug are looking in a great position to pick up some massive points on that championship leader. And Boo just making a mistake and paying the price very dearly for it here at Monza today. Interesting to see if he's going to be able to grab the back of this pack and get any positions back from these guys now. Come on, Ibra, keep pushing, dude, says Chris. He's having a fantastic race. So we do have Hairraiser here in 1st place. Very classic, simple livery there on that Ferrari. It's been the same all season long. Doug's Ferrari here completely changed. Looking really good here today. Beautiful BMW striping along the front fenders there and the front bumper and down the side of the car. So looking fantastic out on track. We got 750 there looking great as well in in his Panda design Lamborghini there. And then we've got Team Aston Martin now sitting... Oh, we missed Ibra. Sorry, Ibra, 4th place. So now up into 4th place is Ibra, but he is 15 seconds behind that lead pack currently. So, potentially grab a podium spot here today is going to be tough. He has to definitely get the foot on the loud pedal and start making some distance. Type R and Happy Pappy again working very good together here, but we do see Tap on the back end of this now. Now, the great thing about this teamwork is they're going 2x2 through this first chicane. There is no room for any of these drivers behind them to get through. So they're doing a really good job at blocking these drivers, in a sense, from getting around them as well. So great teamwork here by Team Aston Martin today from Type R and Happy Pappy. And it is the first real solid teamwork we've seen in the series so far. So loving that. Troll and Kobe in 8th and Bufu Shadar in 9th. Now that could really play massive implications moving into the last few races of the season. If those guys can get up front and start driving like that, they can literally just block the whole field from the win. So quite an interesting strategy we see from Team Aston Martin there, and they're doing it very, very well. Just fantastic stuff. Love to see teamwork come into play in these races when we have a team aspect involved. So we're just kind of running through our field here. We're looking for them battles. We don't really have any serious battles. We do see Boo really making some distance up on track here, though he is starting to catch up to Trone here. Now, this is a teammate, so let's see if Boo works with him here or passes him. I would suspect that Boo is going to want to position and get around Trone here because, of course, massive implications in the standings. We see Trone actually getting a little bit wide coming out of Ascari there. Maybe on purpose to get Boo around him there. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he's giving that up easily, though. Boo is on the outside coming into this long. It looks like we're 3 wide going through the corner here between these 3 drivers. So Top is doing everything he can to try and find a way through Team Aston Martin right now. And he just is not finding the room. They are not giving it to him. And it's just really, really great driving by Team Aston. As you can see right there, Type R going out to play defense there and stopping the advancement from Top there. So this is some really, really great team driving by Team Aston Martin here. I am very, very impressed with this team driving here today. And they're not doing anything wrong here, ladies and gentlemen. They are working together very, very well. And, whoa, we do see Type R going a little Happy Pappy, sorry, getting all kinds of sideways there. So that might give Tap the chance he needs to finally split these 2 guys up. As you see, Tap is all over the back end of Happy here now. So is Tap going to be able to get around Happy Pappy and break Team Aston Martin up here, as they were doing a fantastic job at blocking the field? Of course, Boo has gotten around Trone here. We did see that move happening coming out of Ascari, so Boo moving up the field, but I mean, he's only got 8 minutes left. He can only do so much. He's a fantastic racer, but I don't foresee a win coming out of Boo Fushidari here today. Yeah, that's happened before, says Paul. Paul coming in. How you doing, Paul? Love to see it. Ooh, and Hairraiser came through into that corner a little bit hot, as you heard the tires squealing just a little bit there. We see Doug and 750 looks like still continuing to work together here to try and knock this gap down on Hairraiser. And it is back down under 3 seconds here, so as long as 750 and Doug can stay patient and cooperative here until the final lap of the race, they may have a shot at a race win here. But we see right now they're going to go side by side coming into the chicane. So Doug trying to defend P2 and 750 trying to get P2 from Doug, and Doug just denies him there. 750 backs off just a little tiny bit. Doug's going to get a penalty there, though, into the chicane, so that's absolutely going to give 750 the chance to get around Doug there. Really unfortunate for Doug late in the race to pick up a 1-second penalty there, and I'm not even sure from what. It must have been a corner cut on the first part of the chicane, maybe. We see Ibra coming around in 4th place here. Now that isn't going to allow Ibra to catch up, fortunately, but Boo is moving. Holy guacamole, Boo is flying. So let's see if we can see that move here. as we see Boo's on the outside of Tap here, coming up to the chicane. So Tap opting to go defensive here. And no, Boo just goes in a little bit later on the brakes and gets the move done. Nice, great line through the chicane there, and now he's battling Type R there for 5th position. So Boo has put his foot down on the loud pedal and is very, very quickly making ground up here on the racetrack. So great job by Boo Fushidara here today, trying to salvage a late race incident and having to pit for damage. So Paul coming in with that thumbs up as well. So we got Doug here currently sitting in second, but with 0.8 of a 1 second penalty still remaining on that BMW. So he is going to have to burn that penalty off coming to the start finish line here, and he is going to give up second place to 750 here in the process of doing so. Really unfortunate for Doug. He got most of that gone out of the corner there. Oh no, I thought it said 0.1, but he 750 will definitely gain P2 here, and Doug's gonna have some work to do to get back on 750 here, I believe, in order to get P2 back. 750 has already 1 second on Doug, so Doug losing about 2 seconds there on that 1 second penalty, which is really unfortunate. Ibra's there in 4th. Now Boo moving all the way up into 5th. So let's see that if we can. We did miss that, but we do have a move by Tap in behind on Type R there as well. So let's just stick with that for a second as he goes outside on Type R here into that final long sweeping right-hander and gets the job done quite easily as he has great momentum coming out of the corner. Now he's on the back end of Boo Fushidara there, so really great job by Tap to get position 6 as well. Moving through the field here, we got Pappy in 8th, holding off Kobe in 9th place there. So Kobe not having a best race for him personally, I don't think today, but on track, and he's almost got her all said and done there. So 4 minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen, and Hair Razor looking very, very comfortable here, still in the lead. So potentially a race win here for him today. So we do see Doug and 750 battling here. Now Doug somewhere has gotten back around 750. I'm not sure what happened there. 750 had to have made a mistake somewhere in the Lesmos potentially, or maybe the second chicane, to lose that position to Doug. So Doug back up into P2, 750 into P3, and all that's done is just increased Hair Razor's lead now by almost 5 seconds. With 3.5 minutes remaining here at Monza, I don't think that Hair Razor and 750 are going to be able to catch up to Hair Razor now unless he makes an error at this point. So we'll have to see how the race progresses. Obviously, in the last 3 minutes, we have Ibra here in 4th place. We do see that backpack starting to pull, though. We see Boo Fushidara with Tap just behind, and then we've got Type R, Happy Pappy, and Trowan just off in the distance behind these guys as well. So anything can happen here yet at Monza. All it takes is one mistake, as we see Doug make right there. And if that doesn't get him a penalty, I will be absolutely shocked, as he went really, really wide there. And 750 being really patient there and just allowing him to get back up in front. And 750 by any means did not have to secede that position there. He had every right to go through and take that from him, but he didn't. So great respect here by 750 on track today, as Doug made a very, very big error there, and 750 being very courteous to allow him to stay in second there. Just avoiding, of course, contact, and we see 750 picking up a 1 second penalty. So that's really going to hurt his push for second place. And Pappy is gaining a little bit of time on these guys, but not enough, I don't think, with how much time we have left in the race. Boo in 5th. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch Eber or not either. And we still got battles developing on racetrack here, so we're going to try and keep up with all of it before we get to the end here. We do have Doug and 750 still nose to tail here coming into Ascari, but 750 getting rid of that penalty right now. He is not having any of it. So 750 doing a good job not to bring that penalty to the start-finish line, lose all that start-finish line speed. However, we have 1.5 minutes remaining, and 750's fuel is looking a little iffy. Hair Razor should be good on fuel. Doug should be good on fuel. 750's fuel situation is nip and tuck. He may or may not be able to make this lap. Ibra's fuel is good. So, it could be an interesting scenario developing there. As we see, Boo, of course, is good on fuel. As usual, Tap's good on fuel. Type R is good on fuel. Happy's good on fuel. Tron, everybody but 750 are good on fuel. So it does go to show how hard 750 has been pushing, because 750 has also been behind Doug for a large portion of this final stint, which means he should have been saving fuel behind Doug there. And as a matter of fact, actually has the worst fuel out of all the drivers left on track here today. So we'll see if he makes it. We'll see if he makes it. And we're just going to run through the field here. We're going to see if we have any immediate battles developing. We do, but for 8th place, as we see Troan going around Happy Pappy. Troan getting a little bit deep through the chicane there, managing just to keep it together there. So getting P8 done from Happy Pappy right at the end of the race here on their final lap. But we are going to stick with our leader, as he's on this run up to Ascari here right now, ladies and gentlemen. And this is really a crazy little set of corners here at Monza. It's definitely infamous for cars losing it. And one more time that all these drivers got to get through Ascari safe and sound here today. And Hair Razor has just been dominant all day long in this Ferrari, and really, really looking good here. So he is going to gain serious points on our race leader, our championship leader, sorry, Boo Fushidara today. As he is, ooh, we see 750 getting really, really, really wide coming out of Ascari there. Managing to keep it together, but ooh, that did not help his case for the push for P2. So round 11, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Hair Razors. Finally, somebody has beat Boo Fushidara on a dry racetrack this season. Congratulations, mate. Finally glad to see somebody get ahead of that man today. We got Doug finishing in second. We've got 750 very close behind in 3rd place. And we got a battle between Ibra and Boo Fushidara for 4th place. Come on, Ibra, you can hold it. Get it back, baby, get it back. And no, Boo is going to get the move done here. So is Ibra going to get the run to the finish line here now? No, it is going to be Boo, and then Ibra coming in 5th place. Tap coming in 6th. We got Type R coming in 7th. We've got Troan looking like he's going to come across in 8th place. So great job there by Boo Fushidara to come all the way back to 4th place, and Happy Pappy here in 9th today. So unofficial results, ladies and gentlemen. We'll wait till we get to our next screen here. So we got a beautiful victory by Hair Razor here, ladies and gentlemen. And my man, take a bow, because you have beat somebody who has just been unbeatable this season long. And just happy to see somebody take the man down finally. So we are going to go take a peek here. So unofficially, ladies and gentlemen, race results, not member list. It is Hair Razor with the win today. Doug in P2, 750 in P3, Boo Fushidara in 4th place, Ibra in 5th, Tap in 6th, Type R in 7th, Kobe in 8th, and Happy Pappy in 9th place. And fastest lap does belong to Lamborghini driver 750 with a 156.868, and that was done on lap 9. So they will have to back check the first half of the race, of course, to see what the fastest lap in the first half of the race was before the lobby got all messed up and we had to reset the race. But I do believe that that is the fastest lap on track based off of what I remember seeing. So great job by all our drivers here. And we are going to go jump into the room with these guys, do our podium interviews, and then we will take a short break after the podium interviews are done, ladies and gentlemen, so I can deal with some matters of this league that I'm trying to get into here today. So our co-commentator didn't make it in today, which is absolutely fine. And we can manage. We know what we're doing, so that's good. That's good. Good driving out there, gentlemen. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. That was a great race, even with the lobby mishap. I knew something was wrong when I seen the first car go into pit lane and literally just drive through invisible, and I'm like, wait, I've never seen this before. This is kind of cool. And then it's like, oh wait a minute, this is bad. That crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna do our interviews here, and then that'll be it for this broadcast for today. So great stuff out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our podium finishers today. 750 sitting in third place, and then we had Doug in second and Hairraiser in P1. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Boo Fushidara's name is not on the podium today. So to start off with, fantastic job, guys. Somebody finally beat the alien. And we're going to start with 750 here with Team Lamborghini. Teammate Supra has been doing a fantastic job over the last 2-3 weeks to really keep Team Lamborghini in the battle for the manufacturer standings, and unfortunately was unable to make the race today, so you really stepped it up here today, 750, and bringing home a P3 finish for not only yourself but Team Lamborghini, so congratulations on that, and talk us through your race today.
Well, first of all, thanks for the kind words. I want to actually apologise to Bo, because I think if my skid kind of coming out of the chicane hadn't have kind of put him off into the wall, it could have been a different story. So everybody can thank me later for holding him off the podium.
We'll take that payment
no,
via no.
But overall, I think it could have actually done much better before we had the incident with the lobby crashing. I think it could have at least had a comfortable P2 or given Razor a bit more of a fight. In the second lobby, the first few laps I was messing about with fuel saving, and I'm glad I did, because I crossed the line with 0 fuel. So it was a very tense I would say the last 7 minutes of the race, even going up against Doug, that was a good battle. So I'm glad I was able to help the team out for a change instead of bringing up the rear of the pack. You know how it goes.
Hey, we all have our good days and our bad days, Today was a very good day. It was a very good race. The Lamborghini looked very, very pacey here around Monza. And I mean, if it wasn't just for a few of those penalties, I think you absolutely could have been pushing the issue for P1 myself as well. So a really great drive today from you. And any call-outs, any shout-outs you want to throw out there?
Just thanks to all of the guys in the lobby. Thanks to yourself for making it a good night to have a bit of fun. It's a bit of serious racing, but overall, without the group that we have, I don't think it would be as fun to come on every week and do these types of races.
Absolutely.
So thanks to everybody.
Well done, Cal.
Great words by 750. Congratulations on that P3 finish. Enjoy it, and look forward to see what you got next week.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so great words from our third place finisher. These guys are always so well spoken, I tell you. Moving on to our second place finisher, Doug, who's currently sitting third overall in the championship standings right now. Again, another solid race by you, Doug, there, and much of the same thing for you today as it was 750. If it wasn't for the penalty trouble, you would have been right there battling for that P1 position as well. And in the first half of the race, I mean, you guys were having a fantastic battle for you guys up front there. It was so much fun to watch. The fans were in the chat absolutely enjoying the action and the battling there. So just talk us through your race today.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you, or well done to Razor and to 750. They did a fantastic job. Yeah, it was a good race. Had it not been for the restart, I probably would have been on the podium. Got a couple of penalties that I didn't quite understand in the first half of the race, which set me back. But the BMW was no match for the Ferrari today, pace-wise. Just doesn't seem to have it in the straights. So no, I was happy to stay up with him as long as I could. And there were certain areas I was faster, I was catching, and then other areas where the pace just beat me. So do what you can do. I was very lucky to get second. Carl could have had it, but he gave me a little nudge in turn one on one of the laps, and it gave me a penalty for it. So he actually waited. after the lap was done, I served my penalty and he actually let me go back by, which was nice of him because he didn't have to, you know what I mean? But he did apologise as soon as he hit me and I went into what is the penalty zone. So it's one of those things, you know, it was close racing, it was good fun, yeah.
And there was a
Unlucky
couple
for
of
Bo,
moments.
because otherwise he would have been on a podium, he would have definitely been ahead of me. So yeah, no, the restart kind of worked out for me. But it was the fairest way we could do it. The game crashed at half time, start the race at half time on a rolling start in position, and it, you know, worked out for us.
It was a great call by race officials there to find a quick solution there, and it was done very fairly as well. We did have the extra driver come into the race, so I'm not sure what you guys are going to do about that as far as points goes, but of course that will be left up to the amazing staff behind the scenes at the GTRC to sort all that out. Any shout-outs, any call-outs, good sir?
It's the same as always. Thanks to everybody involved. Thanks to yourselves for commentary. I believe there was 2 of you today, wasn't there?
No, we were missing our co-coms today, so.
Oh, so well, thank you to you. You know, shame Bar couldn't make it. I mean, that gives BMW a little bit of a boost because, as you say, my other car came in halfway, so it gives us a little bit of boost. Manufacturer side of things. But yeah, Razor's ahead of me at the moment. If I remember rightly, unless he practices solidly, he doesn't like the next track. So there's a chance there. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's about a 14 points difference between the two of you right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to make that up in the next race, but when practice before the season started, the BMW was running really well, and the season started, and it just seemed to feel really slow against everyone else. So it's one of those things, it swings and roundabouts, but yeah.
Well, Monza's more of a high-speed track. Of course, it's going to benefit the cars that have a better straight-line speed than anything else. You know, so of course with the manufacturer series, certain tracks going to suit certain cars better than others. And today, obviously, the MR cars were having a field day on tracks. So, you know, it is what it is. It was still a great race, and we love to see it. So congratulations on second place again, and gain you a little bit of points on that battle for podium for the season. So
yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, great stuff again by our racers. They're so well spoken. These guys are educated, I tell you. And then we've got our first place finisher, Hair Razor Mate. Congratulations, second win of the season for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you won the one that Boo wasn't when he was away. That's as well as correct. So, with Boo on the track, pulling out the big P1 today. So, how does that feel to start off with? And congratulations to just talk us through your race today.
Thank you. Do you know what? It was really tough work because we've got some fast cars in here. You know, like the Lamborghini and the BMW is even quick, like you say, around corners and things like that. But the Ferrari had a bit more in the pace on the straight lines, as Doug said. But you know, it's before the glitch, before the problem started of pitting before the pits. I thought to myself, yeah, doing really well here. Then got a bit of a gap, and I managed to save fuel, and I was on like 20% when I went in. But suddenly, just going straight through the pits, I was like, wow. And obviously, restarting as it was a rolling start, I was just thought to myself, I'm going to get lynched. But for some reason, I thought to myself, I'm just going to have to go for it. So I really did thrash it, even though fuel might be a factor, and it near enough was towards the end, to be honest, because I was like really low. Got about 3 litres left in it. That was it across the line.
And it really
but
was.
All the drivers were really good.
There wasn't, you know, until the end of the race, you weren't ever really comfortable at any position up there in the lead either. Those guys were always right there in your review mirror, and they were definitely working together to try and close that gap as well. 750 and Doug were working quite well together for quite some time, and they were starting to shave that time down. So
they were a little bit.
Definitely a tough race being a leader, ladies and gentlemen. Just because you're in the lead of the race doesn't mean it's clear sailing. You have so much more to worry about when you're in the lead of the race. You're the one setting the pace. You got to maintain that distance from the rest of the pack behind you. In case you do make a little mistake, it gives you a little bit of time not to lose position. So Hair Razor just really had a dominant performance today. He drove very, very well, made very, very minimal mistakes, and I don't think we even seen him pick up a penalty during the race, which today definitely played a factor in some of the guys' races. So congratulations, man. Great race. And again, how's it feel to beat Boo while he's on track?
Oh, do you know what? That's amazing. All I can say is I'm sorry, Boo. I'm sorry, mate. But maybe next week.
Maybe next week. That's definitely going to change the standings up a little bit, as Boo did actually have a really great drive from the back of the field in the last 12 minutes of the race to come all the way back up into P4, having a really great battle with Ibra right at the end of the race there and just getting that position from him. So he still had a really great drive. So
Yeah.
great job to Boo there. Just a side note, potential driver of the day award coming for him maybe after this race there. At bare minimum anyways. So congratulations again to all our drivers, 750, Doug, and Hair Razor. Absolutely fantastic race. Great show today, guys. There was battles on both halves of the pack throughout the whole race. It was really fantastic to watch. The fans enjoyed it, and thank you guys so much for another fantastic day of racing.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been
Cheers,
a
bud.
pleasure having you as a
Awesome.
commentator.
It's always beautiful. Love commentating great races, so you guys make it easy. All right, you guys are definitely free to speak freely now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that does end our broadcast as far as the GTRC goes. So we're going to end the broadcast here for the GTRC YouTube, but we are going to leave GT45 Gaming Facebook and YouTube going. But we are going to step away temporarily for about 10 minutes so I can deal with my registration for this league here today. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in for the GTRC race. If you're tuning in through the GTRC YouTube and you haven't subscribed before you leave, please hit that subscription button, and you'll never ever miss another race like this or another event like this that these guys put on. Basically, every single week of the year, these guys are racing and putting on a great show. So if you don't want to miss any of the great content from the GTRC, hit that subscription button over there on their YouTube channel and turn on those live notifications, and you'll always be notified when the guys go live. So really great job here at Monza in round 11. Round 12 is next week at the same time, the same place, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you all enjoyed the race, and we'll see you next week for GTRC round 12.